Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another Woodman Virtual Folk Club. This one is Series 1, Episode 6a. Oh, yes. And please, without any further ado, let's welcome to the stage your MC for this evening, Mr. Bryn Phillips.
Hi everyone! Hi! And welcome to another Woodman Virtual Folk Club. As always, we have a lot of variety for you, so settle down with your favourite beverage and prepare yourselves for an excellent evening of entertainment. Tonight we have a different start to the evening as we hear Derry's recent interview with our favourite radio personality, Genevieve Tudor. Please show your appreciation for Derry and Genevieve.
Now, I mentioned virtual folk clubs. That's basically the only way you can do them at the moment. So I had a natter with a lovely chap from the Kings Winford Folk Club, the Woodman, which is at Ashwood Marina, or used to be, or is usually at Ashwood Marina, but not at the moment. I'll let him introduce himself to you.
My name's Derry Jones, and I'm a joint organiser at the Woodman Folk Club in Kings Winford.
How long's the Woodman been going now?
Next year, we're coming up to our 50th anniversary. So hopefully we'll be open and up and running, and we'll be able to celebrate it properly.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another Woodman Virtual Folk Club. And please, without any further ado, let's welcome to the stage your MC for this evening, Mr. Bryn Phillips.
Hi everyone! Hi! Welcome to the 4th Woodman Virtual Folk Club.
So over the lockdown, you've had to do things a bit differently, I think, haven't you?
Well, I think we've all had to adapt in different ways, and unfortunately, live music was very badly hit in all sort of genres, I suppose, but particularly folk clubs. To keep sort of a feel of the folk club going, I thought, why don't we do a Woodman Virtual Folk Club, mix some clips of the floor singers and the professionals as well, and I also try and include people who would have been playing at the club. Like, for example, we would have had Enda Kenny on this month, so I'm going to try and find a clip and put him on the virtual Woodman. So, yes, it's been an interesting time.
Yes, of course. I mean, you've had to cancel all your live guests, and you're booking those up in well in advance, usually a sort of year, isn't it?
It's heartbreaking. You know, all the musicians understood. Deb contacted everybody who was due to play within the first few weeks, because we didn't know at the time how long this was going to go on for. As it all panned out, we realised that we weren't going to get anybody back at the club, and we aimed for like this September. So we cancelled all the acts up to September, but we're keeping a weather eye out now to see what the restrictions are. Fingers crossed on that one. We'll have to take government advice on that.
And now we have a brief visit to Spain, where Ian and Anne Munro are going to perform a P. Travers song for us.
I know some venues were maybe allowed to open up with social distancing measures, but the marina, the Ashwood Marina, where the Woodman Folk Club is held, is not the biggest venue in the world, but it's got a great atmosphere because it's not a big venue, but we can't social distance very effectively. I think we'd probably get a maximum of 20 to 25 people in there at the moment if we were to follow the 1 metre rule.
And that's not really enough, is it?
Not really. I mean, before lockdown, we were averaging around about the sort of between 80 and 110 people. So we were really, it had really taken off and people were having a great time. And then we had to stop it all.
Well, let's hope that people will come back in their droves as soon as we're allowed. Tell me what you're doing at the moment. It's been a bit of a steep learning curve for everybody, hasn't it?
It has a bit, yes. What I'm doing, basically, I thought, well, if I'm going to put some sort of virtual folk club together, that's a lot of video editing, I suppose, and various bits and pieces. So I sort of put the feelers out on Facebook, and people started sending videos in, and I soon realised that they were coming in on Facebook, they were coming in on YouTube, WhatsApp, you name it, they were coming in. So I thought, well, technically speaking, it's a bit of a nightmare. So I had to sort of buy a piece of software that would screen capture a lot of it. So that way it didn't matter what software package they were using on the recording end. I could always recapture it and then put it into the Woodman Virtual Folk Club. So yes, it was a bit of a learning curve. Many different videos coming in on many different formats. So that was a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, but you've put it all together very well, and I like your little person.
Yes, we use what we call avatars. We've all got avatars. There's one of Deb, there's one of me, and of course Bryn is the MC. So we needed avatars for Bryn as well. We actually used some avatars that my grandchildren drew for us on the last one. So it was a bit of fun. They made Bryn look about 30, which he was very pleased about.
Well, I thought he was looking good. Oh, splendid stuff. You're up and running, if virtually. And how can we find you and watch what's going on?
Well, we always put the links up at around about the same time as the club would be opening. So at 8:30 on the Friday evening, we put messages out on Facebook and also messages out on our website as well. So the Woodman Facebook page or the Woodman website, or you can go to YouTube and look at it direct and look for Woodman Virtual Folk Club. And, all those ways. Well, and on the website as well, we've got our current links to the videos and also all the videos we've done in the, that have gone by, the past videos. So you can revisit those at any time.
To look forward to this coming Friday, you hope to have some Enda Kenny. And who else is supporting? Who's in the floor spots?
Quite a few people. We've got an excellent duo called Fragile Hearts. Jerry Colvin sent a nice video in for us to use. Got one by Jack Blackman, Mumbo Jumbo, Ken and Ruth. All sorts coming in at the moment. So I've got 18 videos so far.
That's it. That's all we've got for you. But what a lot you got. Before we go, a big thank you to everybody who performed tonight. And of course, a big thank you to Derry for his work in putting the video together. So now it's goodbye from me, goodbye from Woody, and goodbye from Willow. Hope to see you all next time. Keep safe, everyone.
The Virtual Woodman Folk Club. That's a chat with Derry Jones and listening to Bryn Phillips emceeing. He'd got 18 videos in when I spoke to him, and there were probably going to be another 18 more, so there's loads to watch. And I've been having a leaf through. I don't know, can you leaf through videos? I have no idea. You leaf through books, don't you? No, I've got myself in a complete mess. Anyway, I've been having a look through some of the videos, so absolutely great, and I do like the avatars. Good fun and beautifully done. I'm Genevieve Tudor. You're listening to BBC Radio Shropshire, an hour's worth of folk music.
Well done, Derry. An excellent job. You did us proud. Derry and Genevieve. And now, for the first time at the Virtual Woodman, a long overdue appearance of Nothing to Prove, performing a club favourite, Folk Festival Virgin, written by Derry Jones. Please welcome Nothing to Prove.
It's only with 6 points. Right. Sounds better then. I'll be ready. I'm a folk festival virgin. Folk winds are just emerging from me back. I visit this and that. I've even bought a funny hat and a shiny boot. I'm up to put me bearing. Well, I arrive on site. It's 8:30 at night. I open up the bag to stop me tempted, but the little pole is bent. My reacher's got a dent and me flies are flapping down like it's demented. I'm a folk festival virgin. My folk wings are just emerging from me back. I visit this and that. I've even bought a funny hat and a shiny boot. I'm up to put me beer in. Well, I cast a lust lie as 2 pretty girls walk by. They stop and then they point in my direction, but they steal away me guile as they chuckle and they smile and they shout, well, that's a beautiful erection. I'm a folk festival virgin. Folk wings are just emerging from me back. I visit this and that. I've even bought a funny hat and a shiny boot. I'm up to put me beer in. Well, the concert's very good, but my belly's craving fruit. I'm sick of listening to its moans and groans. A beefy burger bath, I'll have some of that. I'll buy it from that famous No Bones Jones. Well, I've a feeling that somehow my burger's never met a cow, but at least it was warm and very tasty. So the beer tent I did find for a pint or 2 or 9, but my eggs wasn't good, rather hasty. I'm a folk festival virgin. My folk wings are just emerging from me back. I visit this and that. I've even bought a funny hat and a shiny boot. I'm up to put me beer in. I was sick in me hat to the brim, I soon filled that. So I started on me shiny pewter pot. To me tent I staggered back, got me head down in the sack, farted and passed out a proper drunken sot. Well, I was awoke next day by a bloke whose name was Ray. He boxed me ears and kicked me out his tent. And the whole would have been fine, except the hatty crap was mine, and squirted as he put it on his head. I'm a folk festival virgin. Me folk wings are just emerging from me back. I visit this and that. I've even bought a funny hat and a shiny boot. I'm up to put me beer in. Well, I quickly ran away. I lived to drink another day. I thought the time I had was really wicked, but now I know it's here. I'll be back again next year, and this time I might even buy a ticket. Oh, I'm a folk festival virgin. My folk wings are just emerging from me back. I visit this and that. I've even bought a party hat and a shiny pewter mug. A shiny pewter mug, a very shiny pewter mug to put me beer in. That's all, folks. And we're moving on.
I just can't get that hat out of my mind. Once more, please, for Nothing to Prove. It's great to see Eddie Morton at our Virtual Folk Club. Tonight he's performing his uplifting song, Lighthouse. Let's have a rousing welcome for the ever-popular Eddie Morton.
I will be warning, I will be sad, I will tell of danger every night I shine. I will be your angel of mercy, your guiding light. I'll always be your lighthouse in these troubled times. And I will burn forever, lighting up the sky. Oh, I will be eternal So darling, in these troubled times, you know that I will. I'll always be your lighthouse. I will be the keeper, or the keeper of the light. I'll calm those troubled waters, yeah, with a love so bright, so bright. I will be the rock that stands at the gates of this heavenly island. I'll always be your lighthouse in these troubled times. I will be your love boat, and I will put to sea. I will sail the oceans, oh darling, put your trust in me, in me. I will be your guardian angel of mercy, your guiding light. I'll always be your lighthouse, oh darling, these troubled times, you know I will. I'll always be your lighthouse, oh darling, these troubled times, you know I will. I'll always be your lighthouse. Oh, darling, in these troubled times.
Just the sort of song we need in these difficult times. Eddie Morton. It's recital time, folks. Chris Irving is already positioned on a virtual stage with this week's offering of wordy wizardry, Merlot the Magician. Please put your hands together for Chris Irving.
You've been practicing this one all night.
There was one at Arthur's court who, at the great round table, with wine glass raised to toast the king, was famed in ballad and fable, a learned scholar wise in arts of the vinicultural tradition. We know him today as Merlot the Magician. The visions that in his head he saw came from the wise god Bacchus. Fear not the Saxon hordes, my king, should they come to attack us. Drink deep of my strong potion. Let victory be your mission. Uncork another bottle, said Merlot the Magician. Arthur and his Britons drank their fill of Merlot's magic potion and fought those Saxons at Baden Hill and drove them back into the ocean. Some say Arthur won the day with his skill as a tactician, but give credit to the wizard wise, Merlot the Magician.
Well done, Chris. Great stuff. Once more, please, for the inimitable Chris Irving. We now have a wonderful version of the Merry Black song, Thorn Upon the Rose by Cos and Ann. This brings back memories of the legendary Bicker Band. A big welcome for Cos and Ann.
Its taste was sweet, like summer wine. The heart that beat in double time. He waltzed right in, he bowled you over. You're still reeling from the feeling when he's gone. The door is closed, the lock is turned, and all the photographs and letters have been burned. So when you pick the handsome flower, don't forget the thorn upon the rose. Its cut is deep and its scar lasts forever. It follows love wherever love goes. Win or lose, it's just the same. Tears of joy and tears of pain, they're hand in hand, become as one. You never meet the moon without the promise of the sun. For all the bruises, for all the blows, I'd rather feel the thorn than to never see the rose. So when you pick the handsome flower, don't forget the thorn upon the rose. Its cut is deep and its scar lasts forever. It follows love wherever love goes. It follows love wherever love goes.
That song is one of my favourites. A big thank you to Cos and Ann. Dick Woodhouse is known for his excellent renditions of Jake Thackeray songs. Tonight he's performing a song in a similar vein, but written by Stilgo and Skellern, Joyce the Librarian. Dick Woodhouse.
A song by Peter Skellern. Joyce the librarian, strict vegetarian, 40 and living with mum. Wears sandals and glasses, attends evening classes, and wonders if romance will come. Though she's never been kissed, it's not something she's missed until a few weeks before. When George, a Rotarian, handsome Lotharian, walked through the library door. Now George was unmarried, and the cross that Joyce carried was burning a hole in her heart. She wanted to show him, but didn't yet know him, and didn't know where to start. So with growing abhorrence she read D.H. Lawrence to glean a few ideas, which she turned down flat. She couldn't do that, not in a million years. Now Joyce, the librarian, strict vegetarian, was burning with animal lust, alarming sensations and strange palpitations, a mix of delight and disgust. So she busied herself rearranging the shelf to try to control her dreams. But Joyce, the librarian, strict vegetarian, was bursting apart at the seams. Well, the very next day she kept out of the way as George returned his books. But with growing conviction she wandered through fiction and cast him some longing looks. Then when George joined the queue, she knew just what to do. She smiled and removed her specs, then looked in horror, 'cause he'd come to borrow the further joy of sex. Well, perhaps because latterly she'd read Lady Chatterley, something just snapped in her head, and she gave herself madly, wildly, gladly that night to George in his bed. But then, just as she feared, George disappeared, some other librarian to woo. Now there's a sob in her voice, as both book and Joyce are a fortnight overdue.
Excellent, wonderful as always. Once more for Dick Woodhouse. Liz Simcock was the last guest to grace the Real Woodman stage before lockdown. It was a great evening and it's really good to see her here tonight performing her song Winter Hill. Liz Simcock, everyone.
Winter Hill, the frosty earth beneath my feet is shining just like silver in the early morning light. The shadows of the fences and the dry stone walls that cross the land run on away ahead and out of sight. Down below the road cuts through the moorland to the houses of the huddled town where you are sleeping still. But up here in the crystal air, the sunlight holds me spellbound. It's another world up here on Winter Hill. On Winter Hill, on days like this, it's said that you can see 100 miles or more stretch out on every side. 1 billion years of rocks in motion, ebb and flow of ice and ocean made the land that lies before me now. A spider's web of towns and cities, motorways and roads and bridges, the legacy of collieries and mills. But up here in the sunlight and the stillness of the morning, it's another world up here on Winter Hill. Couldn't tell you why I made my way up here alone. I don't know what woke me from my sleep. I didn't even know for certain where the path would lead. But life just finds a way sometimes to give you what you need. On Winter Hill, the skylark breaks the silence rising overhead, and suddenly I know it's time to go. And I retrace my steps and head downhill across the moorland to the path that takes me back down to the road. Back to where I'll find you waiting with a coffee and a morning paper. But part of me I know will be here still, standing in the sunlight, in the stillness and the silence of a perfect morning upon Winter Hill.
A wonderful song with expressive lyrics. Liz Simcock. Mike and Leslie always manage to choose excellent songs for their virtual folk club offerings. Tonight, they're performing the Keith Hancock classic, Absent Friends. Please welcome Mike and Leslie.
Time heals wounds, they say. Time takes the pain away. I wonder why it never happens for me. It's years since you went away. I miss you night and day. Why you had to go is a mystery to me. What seemed important then becomes trivial when fate deals a card that forces your hand over places remain. The things we have seen no more in the future, 'cause it just isn't planned.
It's all very strange, but since you went, I changed. It just seemed to happen in the passing of each day. I don't understand. Is it part of the plan? Does one person grow while another fades away?
Time heals wounds, they say. Time takes the pain away. I wonder why it never happens for me. It's years since you went away, but I miss you night and day. Why you had to go is a mystery to me. Small things you do with pictures of you, they're printed for life on the back of my mind. I was always so sure that your life was so pure. To the faults and the bad times, our loved ones did right.
And I always found it when you were around. You held me always. You eased all my fears, and you always have time. The problems of mine, a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear.
Time heals wounds, they say. Time takes the pain away. I wonder why it never happens for me. It's years since you went away, but I miss you night and day. Why you had to go is a mystery to me.
That really is a great song. Once again, please, for Mike and Leslie. Mike Silver is one of the Woodman's most eagerly anticipated acts. He was last with us about a year ago, and he's here tonight with his song Angel in Deep Shadow. A rousing welcome, please, for Mike Silver.
Here's a song I wrote back in the very late 80s. It's called Angel in Deep Shadow. It's a song that can be taken on two levels, and I'll just say that at the first level it's just a song about the end of could be the song about the end of a relationship, but if you look a bit deeper you might find something else. Tries to tell her she ought to know that what has come upon their lives will hurt them so. He prays for magic to end this night. Oh, how he prays so hard to see the clean morning light. He tries to tell her about it through the day. Did she imagine that the feeling changed? Does he have something to say? Still she's waiting. Her love is strong, though something might have happened. Nothing could be wrong. She thinks about it. No more quiet evenings with the lights down low. No more summer Sundays, no more picture shows. Nothing left but emptiness in the shadow world. No laying on of hands could heal this boy and this girl. Angel in deep shadow. Angel in deep shadow. He tries to tell her, how can he say that years before they fell in love he threw it all away? He prays for magic, but it's not there. Even if he opened up his heart, it's too late for her. He tries to tell her. She thinks about it. She feels so warm. This love they built between them can weather any storm. Still she's waiting and wonders why. That lately in the evening there's a pain in his eyes. She thinks about it. No more quiet evenings with the lights down low. No more summer Sundays, no more picture shows. Nothing left but emptiness in the shadow world. No laying on of hands could heal this boy and this girl. Angel in deep shadow. Angel in deep shadow. thinks about it. He prays for magic. Still she's waiting.
That song is really something special. A big thank you for Mike Silver. What an excellent first half. Well done, everybody. We've more to come, so refill your drinks and prepare for the next session of music and entertainment. See you back here soon.